How's everybody doing? This is Clifton Raheem Bradley. Assalamu alaikum. This is Clifton Raheem Bradley out of Chicago, Illinois. And you know what? I am so glad I have not been on this platform in a long time. And some of you that don't know me, you know what? I am in the United States. I am in Chicago, Illinois, in the United States. And I do produce a television show called the Underground Railroad Television Show in Chicago every Saturday night at 10:30. That's what I do. And what do? We talk about the news, okay? We talk about current news and also old news. We take a look back in history to see what is happening, what's going on, and how it was bad or how it was good or whatever it was. And also, I produce television shows in Chicago at Cable Access. And the name of my company is called Shamar Media Productions. I produce it. That's what I do. You know, sometimes I have the opportunity to produce shows like In the Mind of Minister Ben Willis, who has a great show, Big Mama's Kitchen, and the Flaming Crescent Society. And Dr. Roberson sometimes. And there are people that call me up at random and say, you know what, man, I want a television show produced, or I want you to make a commercial for me, or I want you to make a broadcast for me with audio, so I can burn your DVDs and I can do all that. Then you know what? If you ever need my services, I know somebody that needs my services. Just let me know. But what am I here about? I am here to talk about the news. The news. You know, there is something going on in the news. I was a young man that was shot. And you know what? Messed my head up. You know what they had? The police had a warrant to come in to his place. And he was laying down asleep. And what happened is, you know how you put the covers over your head like this? He put the covers over his head. And he saw these police come in. And once the police came in, since he did not know what was going on, he pulled out his gun. Okay? It's like somebody coming into your home and you know what? You don't know. And they busted in. And you know what? He shot and they killed him. And you know what? I feel so sorry for that. I feel so sorry for that young man. I feel sorry for the young man. Because you know what? First of all, he was I think he had a conceal and carry where he could carry weapons. Or, if I'm getting it wrong, but he had the right to have a weapon inside of his home. You know, and here it is. He lost his life. And I don't know what is going to happen, but you know what? I cannot imagine what the parents are going through. Because, you know, us as parents, we do not expect to bury our children. We expect for our children to bury us. And I felt so sorry for him. And I think there was a police that killed somebody, the way she was reaching for her stun gun. This is another case. But she did not realize that she reached for her gun because there was somebody that was uncooperative. Okay, and that was in her mind, just to put a stun gun, and she reached for the gun, and I feel so sorry for. I think that, according to the news, I believe that she only got 2 years. Only got 2 years, and I just feel so bad because there's some type of devaluation of life. I'm gonna say, by certain groups of people. I'm not gonna say black, I'm not gonna say white, I'm not gonna say this. There's a certain degree of disregard for life. And I feel so sorry for them because there are people that have went to jail. There's people in Cook County Jail right now, Statesville Prison, Joliet, Dwight, that have done less than that, and they got 20 years, 15 years, 5 years. But how is it that you can only get 2 years for killing somebody? I understand that it was not premeditated. Premeditated meaning that I sat there and I thought out the process and how I was going to do it to intentionally snub somebody out. It was a mistake, but I think that, in my opinion, somebody that takes somebody's life like that, it's more than 2 years. What? You know what's funny? You get arrested for killing a rabbit out of season. You get arrested for a whole lot of things. I felt it was sad. That's what I felt. Tell me what you feel. If you want to put something in the chat room, put something in the chat room. Because Lord knows I can talk. But I'm not just talk foolishness. We all talk foolishness sometimes, but you know what I'm talking about something. And then there was something else in the news. And some people, I hope that don't nobody get mad at me, don't nobody get upset. You know what, don't kill the messenger. But what happened is, Whoopi Goldberg, for people that do not live in the United States, that the view does not come on, there's a round table of women that sit around and they talk about issues that are going on in the United States. Okay, one is Whoopi Goldberg, one is Joy Behar, Sarah Haynes, and Sunny Hoffman. And what happened is they were talking about Jewish people. But what happened is Whoopi had made the statement that it was not about race. What Adolf Hitler did to the people, which I believe Hitler, he was a madman. Okay, anybody that inhumane to annihilate, to genocide a whole group of people because of their ethnic background, they're wrong. They're wrong. But Whoopi had made the statement that, it wasn't about, which I don't believe, but she apologized for that. She apologized. But the thing is, me personally, I don't know how she came to that conclusion. I didn't understand it, but anyway, she apologized. She apologized. She said, I'm wrong. And you know what? And they suspended her for 2 weeks. Okay, suspended it for 2 weeks. Okay, couldn't understand that. can understand it to a certain degree, but there's a group of people that just cannot understand how Whoopi Goldberg, who is the main moderator of the View television show that comes on ABC Chicago. In Chicago, it comes on at 10 o'clock in the morning. And you may see it on different locations. Whoopi Goldberg is the one that has like dreadlocks. Okay, she's the African American owner. Yeah, they bombarded her. They got her, man. They crucified her. But I'm glad that she did not quit. You know, dealing with all of the pressure and all that. But I kind of felt bad because you know what? There are people that have said things that were, I considered, that was counterproductive and was not good, but they didn't get suspended. You know, so this, you know, but that's ABC. But you know what? I'm glad she did not quit. You know what? Because I do not agree with Whoopi Goldberg 100%. Let's get it straight. I don't agree with anybody 100%. I don't even agree with myself 100%. I just don't do it. You know, I was like, damn, did I really say that? That's probably what she said. But I am glad she is back on The View because I look at The View. If I am home in the morning, it's a great television show. It's a great television show. It's a representation of women from different nationalities, ethnic backgrounds that have different views and take on life. And you know what it's like when I'm looking at the View television show. I'm like, damn, you know what? I feel like, see, I didn't have any sisters. Okay, I missed out on something about not having no sisters. I feel like I'm sneaking in, I'm listening to a conversation by ladies that I would not hear under normal circumstances. Okay, and that is the reason. That's one of the reasons that I like the View television show. You know, not going to sit up here and say that, you know what, I agree with everything. Like I said, I don't even agree with myself 100% of the time. I don't. You know, no sense of me sitting up here lying. And again, you know what? If you want to call me, you can call me. And what happened is I'll put you on speaker. And the telephone number, there may be somebody that's listening that cannot see. The telephone number, my telephone number is 1-312-884-9757. Because you know what? I am interested in knowing what stories interest you that is going on in the news, a current event or something that may have happened. Because I'm a news watcher. And my audiences are news watchers, but we don't see everything. We're not privileged to sit down and look at the television 24 hours a day. So if you have so give me a call or put something in the chat room, and you know what? I will do everything in power to respond to it. And like I say, but going back to The View is a good television show. And you know what's really, really, really going on right now, man? There's something going on right now with the United States and Russia. And you know what? I'm wondering. I look at there's a television show called Democracy Now! Okay? And it gives you another alternative to the news, you know, because I'm a news addict. The Russians have over 100,000 people on the border of Ukraine right now. Okay? In the United States of America, they're promising that there will be a great economic calamity, repercussions if the Russians impede on Ukraine's space across on this space. And there's a possibility that a world war may break out. I don't think it's going to break out, though. You know, and I sat back and think about it, because, and you probably say, why is it a possibility of war? The reason that it is a possibility of war, because I think the United States signed agreement. It signed agreement whereas they will not let any of these nations into NATO. NATO is a peacekeeping group, okay, to protect the sovereignty of other nations. But when the Soviet Union broke up, there were countries that, hey man, they were free to do what they want to do, but we signed a agreement, according to the knowledge that I have, that no more people that left the Soviet Union will have the ability to join NATO. Okay, that's from the research. That's not something that I'm just making up. I'm not making that up. Okay, and I believe that Russia, since Ukraine wants to join, they believe that it is they believe the Russians are the Soviet Union. The USSR believes that it is a violation of the agreement that they originally came to. I don't know who was the president. I don't know if it was, they had a president called Gorbachev, and one name begins with a B, Brezhnev. Oh, he got a lot of hair and all that, but they feel like it is a violation. And the way they explained it on on Democracy Now! Television show that comes on in Chicago. I look at the show. Okay. They believe they said they made the statement that Poland, which is right by the Soviet Union, has rocket launchers from NATO in that country. Okay? And what happened is the Russians are looking at it look, I believe that the Russians, first of all, I'm American, first of all, but they believe that with Poland having missiles in Poland and possibly Ukraine coming to NATO, they're right on their borders. That is danger. You know what? It sends out a signal. It sends out a signal when you sign an agreement that, you know what, I will not let any more countries that when the Soviet Union come in, I will not let them come into NATO. And they got missiles in Poland that is pointing at Russia right now, and that is 100 miles away. Okay? And what the Russians are really saying is, if you get Ukraine, that would be somebody else on the border close to Russia that could wage havoc. And I'm trying to think, and you know what? I could not figure it out. I could not really figure it out. And then I'm not going to say I thought of anything. I was looking, like I said, when I looked at Democracy today, the lady, I forgot the lady's name, she is the commentator and the host of Democracy Now! She explained something that I just never really thought about. He said, understand those missiles in Poland, they're 100 miles away. Okay, I got that. I understood it. But she said, look, she was interviewing somebody. She said, look, once upon a time, the Soviet Union or Russia attempted to put missiles in Cuba. I got that. But then she said it was Khrushchev. Khrushchev was the president then. Khrushchev was the Russian president. USSR, the Soviet Union, whatever you want to call it. Okay, and she said that the United States was bitterly opposed to putting missiles in Cuba, which is 100 kilometers. I'm not going to say kilometers. I don't even understand what kilometers is. She said 100 miles. See, you people in another country, y'all talk about kilometers and liters and all that. You know what? We not really. That hasn't been entrenched in the United States culture. I integrated fully, you know. So from old school. So what I'm saying is those missiles in Cuba that Khrushchev, the president of Russia, wanted to put in in Cuba, was bitterly opposed. And it was John Kennedy was the president of the United States. Okay. And you know something, the point that she brought, which she is a critical thinker. He said, if we were so opposed and ready to go to war about that, she said, they're not rocket launchers that are in Poland, which is 100 miles away from the Soviet Union. Is it not? And it's put there by NATO. The Russians are opposed to that. Just as though the United States was opposed to missiles being put in Cuba when Fidel Castro was there. I said, damn, you know what? I didn't even think about that. That's why you look at news. You look at news to get info. You look at news to get information because they're critical thinkers out there. And I said, damn, I didn't think about that. I'm going to say it one more time. Obviously, I don't need to say it again. But the missiles in Poland are 100 miles away from the Soviet Union. It's posted. That's where they are. So the missiles that the Soviet Union wanted to bring to Cuba, when Fidel Castro was in charge of Cuba and Khrushchev was the president, the United States said, we will not let you weaponize Cuba. So one day you might get into it with nuclear warheads, missiles that can come to the United States. And I suppose that's what Russia is saying. Russia is saying, wait a minute, man, you know what? You already got missiles in Poland that's 100 miles away. We didn't protest that, but the Ukraine wanted to come into NATO. Hey, man. So it's really the same. It's really the same thing. It's really the same thing that is being done. And you know what? I didn't think about that. You know what? We must think. We must be critical thinkers. And while all this is going on, you know what? Russia, the Soviet Union, the USSR, with Mr. Putin in power, they're cozying up to China. You know, China is a juggernaut. China is a juggernaut. I mean, they're giants. They're constantly building up their military. They're making cyber attacks. They're doing everything, and they're building man-made islands. And they're flying. Taiwan is right next to China. And they're flying over China uncontested, meaning there's no opposition. They're not having any problem. You know, it's like Minister says, it's like breaking wind in a hurricane. When they fly over, before you smell it, it's gone. But Russia's China, them China have got cozy. It wouldn't surprise me if all this is going on, China say, damn, you know what? They concentrating on that. Let's go ahead and make our invasion on Taiwan. You know, you see, I know the United States don't want to fight on two fronts. Somebody brilliant. I'm so brilliant because I thought of it. But you know what? That's what I was thinking. It would not surprise me if China said, you know what? We're going to circle around and cause some type of diversion and make it appear that, you know what, that we might take Taiwan back. And then they would have the United States confused. Don't get me wrong, I'm a U.S. citizen. I don't want the Russians to take over. I don't want China to take over. But I understand because you know what? Because I am a critical thinker. And you know what? That could be part of the strategy to keep the United States military busy on their front and preparing for China, which is a communist country, to make an invasion of Taiwan. You know, it could be because you know what, you do not. You know what? There's you know what? There's a book called The Art of War. Good, this is a good book. Yeah, I read. I'm not no great reader, but I enjoy the book Art of War. If you want to go out there and get a book, check out The Art of War. You know. So what happened is the greatest victory is one where you don't even fire a shot. So they could be false flagging. And since Russia has cozied up to China, they can say, damn, you know what, we gonna keep them busy over there thinking about that. But you know what? You go ahead and do your thing. Make your move first. You say, yeah, you know what, why? And then you had them concentrate on them. And then we're going back and take care of what we want to in Ukraine. And you know what? That would be another feather in the hat for the Communist Party. Because Russia and China, they are making relentless attacks on the United States of America. I'm talking about cyber attacks. They understand technology. China has, according to what I know, they have stolen a lot of our information. You know what? And that's what's going on with Russia and China. What do you think? Do I know what I'm talking about? Am I crazy or am I strange? I just don't know. But I'm saying is that's how I analyze it. That's what I think about. So there's a possibility that the United States is being played by concentrating on Ukraine, just forgetting about Taiwan. That's a possibility. Because China is building up their forces. They're making more ships. They have very, very smart people that understand technology. Okay. They're making their own weapons. And China is a juggernaut. You know a lot. You know what? Another thing, a lot of people just don't know that China, they're smart people. They're making man-made islands. I didn't know you could make man-made islands. And you say, why? It's the man-made islands being made where people can live on them. No. China is making man-made islands because they can use them as a strategical point to help a base zone. If a war breaks out in the Pacific Islands, in the China territory, international waters. That's what they're doing. Very smart. Very smart. You know, the United States kind of kills me. They demonized the USSR. They demonized Russia, but they never demonized China for its abusive behavior pattern of the people. And I would say they didn't say anything because we give them up. Look at my clothes. There's nothing that I have on that's made in the United States of America. Nothing. I'm going to say it again. They demonized the Soviet Union for oppressive behavior pattern to the Soviet people. And some people could be persecuted for religious beliefs in the Soviet Union. I'm saying that because you know what? I read it. Never read it. I read it. But China, they appeased China, and China, from my standpoint, I'm saying this because I am an American, okay, has abused the people and taken away the rights of the people, but they may make a verbal condemnation, but they don't talk about no economical boycott with China, because I believe it's because they make most of our goods. I believe that. You know, there may be somebody. It may be somebody that has a different opinion, have a different view, but it's okay. It's okay. You know what? Because I welcome people to come on that had different views. I have people that had different opinions and different perspectives other than mine. Because you know what? It makes for engaging conversation. Again, let me recap. This is Clifton Raheem Bradley. I am in Chicago. I am in the United States of America right now. You know, it's daytime. It's probably night or afternoon where you are. But I do a television show called The Underground Railroad. You can, subscribe to my YouTube website. Okay. And we make videos in Chicago. We film events. Okay. We do PSAs and press conferences and all that. Not for free, because we're not slaves. Okay. It's a business. It's not a charity. Anything could do to help to support the Underground Railroad television show, the Shade My Media Productions, it'd be greatly appreciated. But I ain't begging. I'm asking. But you know what? What I do know, no matter how much I ask, no matter how much I plead, you know what? Whatever Allah wants to give me, I shall receive it. Whatever Allah, God, does not want me to have, it won't make any difference anyway. But it's something that says you have not because you ask not. Asking you, but I'm always asking my Creator to keep me strong in my endeavor. So the good things that come from me come from my Creator, and the bad things that come to me come from myself. Okay. So not seeking refuge in man. We're seeking refuge in Allah, which is God. I'm sorry to go on that little religious thing. It's not no little religious thing, but you know what? That's my truth. And also, I want to send a clap out there to President Joe Biden for doing the right thing and taking the troops out of Afghanistan. I want to, you know what? He is, in my opinion, he's a good man. He's a good man. I want to thank him for letting Muslims from Afghanistan come to the United States of America. I'm saying that You know what? I belong to a masjid. You know, a masjid El Fateh. You know what? Masjid El Fateh in Chicago, 47 Stony Island. But you know, we support your masjid. That's a mosque where Muslims go. Go to Masjid El Farouk at I said 93rd, 89th in Stony Island in Manyun at 47th in Calumet. And also MCC, which is a great masjid. They don't pay me to say this. They don't support me at all. But you know what? I get my support from Allah. And you know what? That's sufficient. Whether they ever say, man, thank you or whatever, you know what? I'm saying that for the sake of Allah. And I'm trying to get half of that. And I hope that whoever's watching this, they will consider coming to Islam. Because not only will it help you, it'll help me. They have something in Islam, a word called hafanat. And no matter Islamic scholar, no, I will get blessings if you come to Islam. You say, what blessings, brother? I would get blessings the size of an atom on the day of judgment, or the day of Yom Kippur. When Gabriel comes back and blows that horn, it's an angel. And when I'm being judged, that good deed on that scale may keep you from the hellfires. So I'm giving doubt, asking you to share this video, share this content if you like it. And you know what? If you don't like it, you know what? Give me a thumbs down, man. You know what? Say, man, you know what I'm talking about ain't nothing. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Because you know what? It helps the platform by telling the algorithms whether people like it or not. And if they like it, you get a thumbs up. You may get more people looking at the show according to the algorithms. And give me some feedback. And you know what? And I will say this: all of the people that look at this content, thank you. Thank you. For all the people that didn't like this comment, thank you for watching. Because you got the opportunity to hear a different perspective. Okay? A different perspective. Not for somebody that's getting paid because he has commercials and he has to watch what he say. You can't say this. And there's certain things you can't say and you shouldn't be able to say on YouTube and any other platform. You know. But I want to thank you. And again, I'm asking you to subscribe and share this information. If you like what I said, please leave me a comment. If you hated what I said, you know what? Let me know. If you didn't think I knew what I was talking about, let me know. If you said, why you got this hat on and I just don't like it, let me know, man. You know, because you know what? I am striving to make better content. Better content than what I made. I am striving. And you know what? Subhanallah to Allah, I'm not what I should be. But if I continue to read and first of all seek refuge in Allah and get knowledge, I can grow if I implement the information. I utilize the information that I am obtaining in books, in YouTube, and I am thankful for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off. Like I said, all the people, I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you to share this content. I'm asking you, I'm not telling you. I'm asking you to humbly give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down at the bottom. Okay? I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you to please give me a comment on things that you think you see that can be improved, because you know what? Constructive criticism is good. It is. That's better sometimes than somebody patting you on the back, because you know what? You grow from constructive criticism. Yes, you do. And you know what? You have constructive criticism. You're not hurting me. You're helping me. Okay? Because no show is perfect. Okay? But I want to be able to make better content. I want to be able to make better. I want to be able to make better content for the people. And you might want to be a guest on the show. You might want to sponsor this show. Well, I can run some commercials. I'm still not going to be controlled. Yeah, you might want to sponsor my television show called the Underground Railroad TV show in Chicago that comes on CAN TV every Saturday night at 10:30. Okay? But again, even if you cannot contribute, I don't want to. I ask you humbly, say a prayer for me. Say a prayer for me. Because you know what? That will be to help me in my endeavor in the development of my social media platform. Please say a prayer for me. You know, I need all the prayers I can get. You may not need prayers, but I need prayers, and so to help me develop, to cultivate, and I just want to thank everybody. But again, this is the United States, Chicago, Illinois. Whether you're looking at this in the morning, the evening, or the afternoon, thank you. And I'm going to get to say, Assalamu alaikum to everybody. You got to say, what is Assalamu alaikum? What is that? I'm saying that peace and blessings be upon you. I didn't say nothing wrong. Say it again. Let peace and blessings be upon you, no matter what your religion is. But see, in Islam, there's no compulsion in Islam. There's no compulsion. But it is my duty, it's my obligation as a Muslim to invite you to Islam. Think about it. Analyze it. You don't want to come, that's up to you. Okay. I'm going to say assalamu alaikum to everybody. I'm going to stop this broadcast right now.